is going on, everyone? Unspeakable Mind since 2011. Has it been that long? Damn. That is crazy. Thank you. Vegan Metalhead, what's going on? Gonna give it a second for more people to tune on in. Otherwise, how have you been? It's been a hot minute since the last live stream. Got back from the epic road trip up to the crazy hippie camping festival in Ohio. And also saw a ton of East Coast nature. And the nature around Asheville especially. The Pisgah National Forest, which kind of stretches really all kind of on both sides of Asheville and all around it. Still editing down a ton of the video that I took on the trip. I got a fancy 360 camera to shoot some video. I just put up a story not too long ago on my Instagram and Facebook that I drove through like a lightning storm and captured a bunch of epic lightning footage. So that was pretty cool. I should have put a few more of it in there. I thought a few of them might have been not as impressive, but I should have put a few more of those lightning strikes in there. Vegan Metalhead just got out of work. Vegetarian ramen. If you ever come to Cambridge, Ohio, Shogun is the name of the restaurant. The ramen is vegan by default. That's pretty amazing. We've got a really good, do we have more than one? We've got one really good vegan ramen in Orlando. It's a chain, actually. I didn't know it was a chain, but they exist in LA also. It's called Jinya. And it's a really solid, really good, I think they have 2 vegan ramens. Vivian, can't wait to see your vids. Hell yes. Jinya nailed it. Yeah, I agree. Jinya is very good. If you have a Jinya, and one thing that's pretty cool is that they're cheaper in Orlando than in Los Angeles, which makes sense. I mean, the rent prices are probably significantly cheaper here, but kind of a funny thing. Today, we're gonna be making some vegan shrimp scampi. I've got a bunch of the ingredients, but I don't have all of them. Let me go grab the rest of those ingredients. Most important ingredients. Our butter, white wine, and the vegan shrimp. Vegan shrimp, everyone. If you've never seen vegan shrimp, what the hell is that? Those pan spikes behind the pans are attached to them somehow. Sadly, in this world, you cannot buy some spiked pans. You must forge them. The Blueberry Madness, is it soy-based? The vegan shrimp. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, or the vegan shrimp in the room. Vegan shrimp, imitation shrimp. Is it soy-based? No, it's made out of, it's konjac-based actually. That is gonna be impossible to see the ingredients. But yeah, it's basically, it's konjac root that is mashed together and sort of glued together with coagulating things that make it stick together, and formed into these little shrimp-shaped things. And the paprika, I believe, is what colors these. Or is there a dye? Seeing paprika. No, that looks like it. Yes. And surprisingly, these are very close in texture to shrimp. And they also, yeah, I see some konjac tripe that's vegan exists. They like shred this up and make it into like vegan sort of crab sticks. And yeah. All right. So we've got some lemon. We have garlic. Got some green onion. Grab the olive oil. One thing that's kind of pissed me off recently is the skyrocketing price of olive oil. This used to be cheap as dirt, like the Great Value brand, and it is no longer that cheap. So that kind of sucks. Are you all seeing that little red line across the screen there? Let me try to get rid of that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is annoying. No red line. Okay, cool. It's just on my end. Anyways, yeah, olive oil used to be stupid cheap. It's no longer as cheap anymore. That kind of sucks. We've got Earth Balance vegan butter, some Yellowtail white wine. Now, I'm not a wine drinker. I don't drink alcohol at all, but I don't mind cooking with alcohol because it burns it. The alcohol evaporates away. Anyways, some wines are vegan, some wines are not. You can go to barnivore.com and that typically has a pretty good list of what is vegan, what is not, but at least they're starting to label them. Look at that little vegan label. And it has to do with the clarifying or finding ingredients. Sometimes it's with egg whites, sometimes it's with fish swim bladders, which is also called isinglass. And yeah, so sometimes I guess sometimes there's like milk proteins or something that it's weird. Wine is weird, but that's cool. And this is just found in Walmart for $6. Jasmine says, does it have the same consistency as shrimp? Yeah, it's surprisingly similar. And it's kind of funny because people that are allergic to shrimp are sometimes even afraid to try it just because it's shrimp shaped. But as far as I know, I'm not even gonna say anything because I'll get in trouble. Someone's gonna somehow get hurt from eating a vegan shrimp and they'll blame it on me. But use your best judgment. I got some pasta, so let's go ahead and the first thing I'm going to be doing, and this dish all comes together really quickly once it's done. So I'm going to start chopping up the garlic and heating up some water on the stove. But yeah, have you all ever been or ever done car camping, i.e. sleeping in your car at places. I'm gonna talk a little bit. On this trip up to Ohio and back, I live in Orlando, Florida right now. My car was my hotel room. I don't know if you saw, I posted a video on my other YouTube channel, just a Brian Manowitz YouTube channel, sort of breaking down my car camping setup. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. There are quite a few places one can sleep on the road. I think my favorite at the moment, since so many places that used to be 24 hours are not 24 hours anymore, are actually just highway rest stops. Highway rest stops because, for one, they have 24-hour bathroom access. Most of them in the South have nighttime security. Beyond, up north, they don't seem to as much, which is interesting. Maybe it says it's monitored by police, but yeah, it doesn't, they don't seem to have active security. Other places, large Walmart supercenter parking lots, especially ones along the highway, you can typically spend a night in, which is pretty cool. They used to be 24 hours, so I used to love the ability to have bathroom access. Flip this over here. Let's fill up this pot of water. And Planet Fitnesses are an absolute travel hack. Let me stop. I'll wait till this water stops. I'm gonna add some salt to the water to give it some flavor. Yeah, Planet Fitnesses are the absolute travel hack because, of course, my car doesn't have a shower and things. So if you get a Planet Fitness Black card, excuse me, there's a network of them all across the country. And it gives you access to all of them. So yeah, that became my showers, and they have these massage chairs as well, massage chairs and hydro massage beds. So after a lot of driving, it's good to stop into one and sit in the massage chair for like an hour. How much is it? It's like $24 a month or so, after like all the fees or whatever. I think about 24, just under $24 comes out of my bank account every month. Plus like a once a year charge of something like $40 or something like that. I don't even know why they do that. Highway rest stops are sketchy as fuck. Well, as long as you're the person that's sketchy, then it's okay. Nice to catch the myth and legend himself live. Fan of yours back in the days. Thank you so much, Stefan. Okay, Anytime Fitness. Vegan Metalhead. Also across the country, same sort of deal. Now, the funny thing is about Anytime Fitness or 24-hour fitness, those might be two different ones. And even Planet Fitness used to say that they're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, most of them are open only 24 hours, 5 days a week, which is a little bit annoying because I'm a night owl. And the 24, even ones that are branded as like 24-hour fitness, they're not 24 hours. So that's pretty damn silly. Ah, you're a lucky one. There are a few Planet Fitnesses in Orlando that are also open 24/7 all year, but sadly not the one right around the corner from me. I mean, 5 days a week is acceptable, but I wish it was 24 hours. But yeah, so any of those fitness gyms that have a network across the country, absolute travel hack. But yeah, so the first main stop that I had was the Pisgah National Forest right outside of Asheville. And there was a couple really cool things right in there. Like the easily accessible, really cool things is a waterfall called Looking Glass Falls. And I'll upload a video of that to my Brian Manuel's channel, hopefully later on this week. But yeah, it's an amazing waterfall. You can go swimming in the waterfall pool, which I did. And that was absolutely awesome that a lot of these waterfalls are like swimming holes and really cool. I went a couple times actually, and it was pretty funny that if there's people in the water, more people get in the water, but if no one's in the water, then no one gets in the water. So it's a funny psychological thing that people seem to do. If there are already people doing it, it's easier for more people to do it. There's a natural water slide called Sliding Rock that is exactly what it sounds like. It's a rock. I mean, it's like the side of like it's the side of a mountain. I mean, it must sort of be like it's kind of a rock that water is flowing over. I mean, I guess really it's probably just like a just sort of in the way of the water, and but it's huge. And the water's flowing over it, and it's just eroded the rock down to be this like smooth water slide that you do that on, and it's way fun. It is the one thing that's like monetized in the Pisgah Forest, and it costs $5 for all you can slide all day. Oh yeah, I absolutely went on it. It was really fun. Ohio's your home state. That is cool as hell. Oh damn, you're in Pittsburgh on that day. But yeah, so the other cool thing about the Pisgah National Forest is you can camp in it for free. It's in Florida we have the Ocala National Forest, and you can do that there. It's a little bit annoying that there are these signs that say you are not allowed to camp unless there's like an explicit sign that says you're allowed to camp here, but there's no signs. But what there is there's a map in the ranger's office that has them marked, the places that you can be marked out on the map. So kind of annoying that there are signs saying you can't do things, but and other things saying that you can, but no one bothered me, so that was cool. Wekiva Springs, yeah, you can camp out in Wekiva Springs. It is not free because it's not a national park. That is also in Florida, in Orlando actually, which is a really fun swimming spot. Orlando has some amazing springs and lakes and rivers. I want to make more videos about them because during the summertime it is the absolute most fun thing to do. We have a natural lazy river here called Kelly Park, Rock Springs in Kelly Park. And it's pretty awesome. Did I see any animals? I saw lots of butterflies. I saw some deer. What other animals did I see? I'm gonna have to come back to that. There are other spots. Another really cool hiking waterfall was a place called Morco Falls, also in that same area. And then on the other side of Asheville, there is a place called Tom's Creek Falls, and that was absolutely magical spot as well. But yeah, then also driving out of Asheville, the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you've never driven along there, it's absolutely breathtaking. I think I took the most beautiful route up, and I think all the normal routes that go up the East Coast are not nearly as good. They're okay, but kind of bland compared to if you go a little further westward. And it takes an additional hour, which is why most people won't do it. But absolutely stunning beauty up the East Coast, all through Eastern Kentucky, which I've never been to Eastern Kentucky before, and that was like the Dwarven Mountains. I mean, how do we even have roads there? Like who cut roads through this area? The accent there is amazing, and they seem to own the hillbilly thing because so many businesses were called Hillbilly this and Hillbilly that. So pretty funny that they just own it. Adam says that the biscuits from the cookbook are the go-to biscuit. Thank you. I totally appreciate that. I'm glad that you're getting use from the book. Hell yeah, those biscuits are awesome. It's a simple but amazing biscuit recipe. And I just learned the other day that like one or two of the Pillsbury Grands flavors are vegan. I think surprisingly, like home style buttermilk one or something, I think it's vegan. But even though it doesn't have milk in it. But check the label. But yeah, a couple of them were vegan. But after making my biscuits for so long and then trying Grands again, I was like, oh, this is it hits the spot in a pinch if you just need a super convenience biscuit. But yeah, they overall doesn't cut it. Serge, you want this shirt? If you want this shirt, you have to go to veganblackmetalchef.com and click on the Get the Merch button. And that's where they are. Let me go ahead and toss in the pasta. I'm gonna be using angel hair for this, so it'll cook pretty fast. While I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to start heating up. Whoops, can't see anything. That's terrible too. I'm gonna start heating up this burner on a medium-low heat. I want to just bring the wine to a very gentle boil. I'm gonna add the garlic, and then the wine and the garlic are just going to sort of infuse together and simmer lightly. I don't want to evaporate all the wine, and I don't want to burn the garlic. I don't want to burn the butter that I'm gonna put in there either. Vegan food and black metal is a good combo. Cheers from Norway. Thank you, Helena. What are we cooking tonight, Kevin? It says vegan shrimp scampi. That's what we're doing. The original Pillsbury Grands are vegan. Are they? Oh, I'll have to look at that. I know that the original Crescent rolls are vegan, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I thought I remember seeing something that wasn't vegan at some point, but yeah. The ranch dressing recipe from the book, Elizabeth. You chose wisely because that is the best damn ranch I've ever had in my life. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is what it is. No one never even thought before I was vegan to make my own ranch. And sadly, I don't know why, but most store-bought vegan ranches just are not there yet. So make your own. It's easy. I don't make my own mayo yet. I need to try that again. I've seen some people do it so easily, and I failed many times at making my own mayo. It used to be cheap enough that it didn't matter. Now, I want to make my own mayo. Hidden Valley has a good vegan one. Oh, wow. I'll try the Hidden Valley. I think they originate ranch. Hell yeah, Wacky Fiasco. These have a surprisingly shrimp-like texture. I'm gonna go ahead and add the white wine. Get that up to a gentle boil. Toss in this garlic. I'm gonna start sauteing these vegan shrimp in just a moment and go ahead and cut up the rest of these green onion into little circles. But yeah, anyways, the Blue Ridge Parkway, absolutely stunning. There's a place along the Blue Ridge Parkway called Little Switzerland that I stopped at. Little Switzerland itself is a little bit underwhelming, but it's the area around it is beautiful. I've been to Switzerland, actual Switzerland, many times because the Satanic Spellbook was translated into French, and initially I had a Swiss-French publisher over there, and they're still really cool people. But yeah, they brought me over several times to do cooking demonstrations, and Switzerland is actually Switzerland is like the closest thing I've seen to a utopia on this earth. It's Switzerland is a utopia. Omnifoods is really good mock pork. That's cool. Yeah, so you get these vegan shrimp in the Asian store, or in Asian stores in general. Verisoy is a Taiwanese company, I believe, and they make great stuff. You used to be able to get vegan shrimp in more places, but it seems like they've, at least, maybe I haven't looked as recently, but at least the unbreaded ones, it was harder to find at like Whole Foods. There used to be one called Sophie's Kitchen that you could find. I'm not sure what happened to them or if they're still around. But we're going to heat up some olive oil on a medium, very medium heat to saute these shrimp. But yeah, so Eastern Kentucky, absolutely like the mountains were like stunning, and you're like driving on the road. There's these just like sheer mountains on either side, and it's just like, yeah, how did anyone even live there? It's like you have to blast out a place for people to live, and yeah, these roads, like who the hell put these roads there? But super cool. And then up into Ohio, the first thing that I saw in Ohio was, well, actually, I'm sorry. I went through West Virginia, a little bit of Tennessee, and then up into Ohio. And the mountains and things kind of stop at Ohio. But one thing Ohio won at was awesome industrial looking plants, like on either side of the road. So there was some kind of plant doing something, and I mean, probably maybe a power plant, but there's a couple of them, some smaller ones, some bigger ones, but it won for industrial looking stuff. And the hippie camping festival was awesome. I couldn't take footage there because you're not allowed to film there. I mean, I filmed a little bit of the bonfire. It's like actually the biggest bonfire I've ever seen. Is where'd I go? Is a place called Wisteria event site. So that's in southern Ohio, and everyone says, oh, near Cincinnati, and I guess it's closer to Cincinnati than anywhere else, but it's not really close to Cincinnati. But Wisteria event site, amazing bonfire, all these different classes that you could take at the festival. You could do anything from choose classes on various like magical practices. There's even like 4 necromancy classes, which was pretty funny. Which, yeah, maybe they summoned the spirits of the dead at the end of it. But you could take classes on like music and drumming and really all sorts of stuff, polyamory, and yeah, it was just a crazy fun time. And then like concerts and bonfire drum circles and all these things. I took various classes also on like some flow toys, this thing called a rope dart, which if you can perfect basically makes you like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I mean, the way that you sling the thing is like almost the same move that he does in Mortal Kombat. But did I have good food there? Yeah, because I made it. So there I did tent camping, and I am a cheap bastard, so I didn't eat at the food trucks that much. I did try. Now, surprisingly, there was a couple vegan options, and I did try, which was pretty good, this little vegan flatbread pizza. That was all right. But yeah, otherwise, a huge I am definitely buying more of this for camping because I was afraid to run out. But I mean, it's just TVP, but this was really good. I'm bringing tons of TVP for camping next time. Brought lots of beans, pasta, made barbecue seitan sandwiches with these, basically something like these little dehydrated seitan pieces. Also had some from the Verisoy brand. But yeah, so that's good camping food ideas. That's our stuff that doesn't spoil. Sounds like a night at Burning Man. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Burning Man, so I really would like to go check out Burning Man someday. But hopefully one day. And yeah, I couldn't. Also, you can't really take much footage there because a quarter of the people are all naked, so everyone's walking around naked. And it's cool. I mean, it's very like non-sexual way, but yeah, like it's very clothing optional event. Palace of Gold in Moundsville, West Virginia is awesome. I'll have to check that out. I ate on the way up since I didn't make my own food on the way up, but up until North Carolina, I mostly ate public subs because that's, if you live in the South, there are 3 vegan options, none of which are the veggie sub. And they're like less than just under $10. Although actually, yeah, the price I think went up recently. It's after tax and everything's just over $10. But yeah, they're absolutely huge and amazing. Chipotle as well. Yeah, vegan metal at Chipotle dinner tonight. And yeah, cheap good food on the road. I also had one night of, or actually one lunch of Olive Garden, all you can eat soup, salad, and breadsticks. And if you're not familiar there in the US, the Olive Garden, the breadsticks are vegan. The salad, sadly, you have to basically bring your own dressing because the only vegan dressing is the oil and vinegar. And the minestrone soup is vegan at Olive Garden. All right, I'm gonna take the angel hair out because this is done. What are some of y'all's favorite places to travel up the East Coast or in whatever country that you're in general? Where's your vacation spots? Hell yeah, vegan metalhead. I somewhat agree. Yeah, Olive Garden is wildly inconsistent. Either it's amazing or it's terrible. Not too much in between. While I'm doing this, it's time to add vegan butter. We're gonna add a ton of vegan butter because this is a butter wine sauce. So it's got to have plenty of vegan butter. I'm going to add a bit more, some garlic powder, some salt and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of chili powder at the end and some parsley flakes. Yeah, I feel you. It is tough to vacation, and I mean that's half the reason why I did the car camping thing. I mean, not only is it kind of fun and liberating, but it saves paying for lodging is just expensive. Plenty of pepper. This is my electronic pepper grinder. Sir says, I eat Olive Garden occasionally, but it's not amazing. It's so bland. Yeah, as I said, it differs wildly by location. So take that for what it is. I mean, it's not ever a choice that I would do if I had other choices, or I mean, it is for about 12 bucks after tax and tip for the lunch price. Now the prices do vary also by location, but that is a pretty cheap all-you-can-eat lunch these days. And I mean, for example, in the Orlando area, the Altamont one that I've been to is amazing, and the Winter Park one is terrible. Added some parsley flakes to the sauce. I'm going to add about a quarter of a lemon to this. I don't like my Scampi crazy lemony, but I'll add about a quarter to the sauce, and then I'll spritz a quarter of the lemon on top of it. Yeah, I hadn't done car camping since the pandemic, and before the pandemic there was way more 24-hour places, so it was really kind of cool and liberating to see that it could be done without some of those some of the places, even though the Walmarts, I mean, it's basically the same. When you've driven all day, I'm a night owl, but when I'm on the road or something like that, or out in nature, I'll go to sleep by like 11 or 12. So there's not that much of a gap in time between when they close and when the bathrooms open up again. And of course, you can always keep a pee bottle in your car for that. But even women too. I've seen ones sold that have a little attachment for the women. Right, these are just about sauteed. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's starting to form like sort of a crust on the outside. A definite like sort of change in state. So that's when they're getting nice and sauteed. Now also, I like to cut these things in half. Gives you twice as many. These even have a fishy smell, which is really cool. Add just a hint more wine because the sauce is getting a little low. There is produce, not pills. Okay, as I said, this comes together pretty quickly in the end, so I'm gonna saute these green onion bits, and then we'll finish this up. Add just a little bit of chili powder over these to not turn my sauce completely brown, but it's gonna turn it brown anyways. Whatever. Now, add your pasta slowly because you're gonna have to sort of determine how much pasta you're gonna add versus how much sauce you made. So I'm gonna add some of the pasta first. Toss in the sauce. I'm gonna use all my sauce. And then determine how much pasta I'm gonna have for the amount of sauce. Hopefully y'all can see that. I think there's some issue with the glare, but let me get a better picture of that. Nope, that's about the same, I think. There we go. That's a little bit better. Starting to form nicely down there. Let's get a little more pasta than that. There it is, the vegan shrimp scampi. Gonna put a little more lemon over the top. Get that on a plate. Add some more salt and pepper to your taste. There it is. Vegan shrimp scampi. Is it healthy? Not so sure about that. Just don't eat it every day. Give it a try with my tiny Hail Satan fork. See if it needs anything. It's good, it needs some salt, for sure. Salt and pepper. I kind of like a lot of salt, so Salt and pepper to your taste. Kira V looks delicious. Hell yes. Now for a mukbang. I just read about some people that like started off as healthy people and then started like a mukbang channel. Mukbang. Not sure how you pronounce that. And then they were like on breathing machines and stuff because they just like over monetized just binge eating. And yeah, like I think it was because of an article because someone died recently or something, like like on stream. Hell yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Much appreciated. Mukbangs are so funny. But yeah, the feeder stuff is dark. Yeah, that's so crazy that like, I don't know. I mean, I guess honestly it taps into the like the loneliness economy, I think. Oh no. Because yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people watch it just so because like or like to feel like they are eating with a family. And yeah, I mean, and like it's such an interesting, I mean, I guess of course humans crave connection. I know I do. And like, but yeah, just watching someone devour food and sort of being sit around a table like you're eating with a family. I get it. This life kind of sucks sometimes. Well, hell yeah. Now, so you know, to make some vegan shrimp scampi. Crazy little vegan shrimp thing. These things are so good. They're not incredibly expensive either. They're not cheap. I think that entire package I used was like $6. But every now and then, it's worth it. They're not full of protein. If you don't have vegan shrimp, I guess the closest substitution would be like a vegan unbreaded chicken kind of thing, like the Gardein chicken strips. Tofu just doesn't work out real well with this. Seitan also is just it's just okay. Scampi's kind of a weird thing. It's very shrimp centric meal. Greetings from Tampa. Greetings from Orlando. Yeah, what percentage of my metal friends are vegan? Yeah, I mean, well, I guess I know a few metal vegans because of the show, but not that many. Yeah, watching train wrecks is always good fun. Thank you all a ton for joining me tonight. Of course, this recipe is in the Satanic Spellbook and the ebook right here in the pseudo-Italian section, invoking the majestic throne of Scampi. So, grab yourself a copy of the Satanic Spellbook. Again, as earlier, the shirts are on veganblackmetalchef.com, where you can just click on the merch link. Thanks for sharing the recipe. Thank you for joining. Keep up the live feeds. I shall. You have the spellbook. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for coming out tonight and spending this early evening, my time with me. Have a good night.